Okay, Rabotai, today we're going to start off today's shiur of giving us a tremendous lesson about Bikur Cholim, about visiting the sick, right? This is a mitzvah that you have to know. It's one of the big chasadim, and it's this week's Parashat, but there's what to learn about. This is, you have to know. The Gemara in Nedarim says, Ma'aseh betalmid echad mitalmidei Rabbi Akiva. There was a student of Rabbi Akiva. Shechala, he got sick. Lo nichnesu chachamim levakero. They didn't come to visit the rabbi. V'nichnas Rabbi Akiva levakero. Rabbi Akiva went to visit him. Ubishvil shekibdo v'ribtzo lefanav haya. What did Rabbi Akiva do? Rabbi Akiva saw that what? That his student wasn't being taken care of. Seemingly wasn't being, meaning to say, he cleaned up, and therefore gave him life. And from there it says, Amaleh Rebbe Chiyitani, you saved me. Yatzar Rabbi Akiva went after he visited his Talmid and he says, Kol mi she'eno meveker cholim kilo shovech damim. If you have a sick person and you have a friend and you don't visit him when he's sick, heaven forbid, it's like you killed him. You hear that? You hear what's going on over here, Gemara? You check it up. Gemara Nedarim Daf Mem Alav. It says right here, Kol mi she'eno meveker cholim kilo shovech damim. If you have a person has a friend, heaven forbid, which never happened to anybody sick, but if a person has a relative or a friend that is sick and you don't visit him, it's like you killed him. That's what the Gemara says. You know, some people think, oh yeah, no, the guy's sick. Okay, listen, where is he? Where was he sick? Oh, it's 2 hours away. He's in that hospital. I don't have time. It's in Philadelphia. It's too far. It's this. It's that. It's 100% wrong. Because at the end of the day, it's telling you, kill shofech damim. It's like you killed him. You got to go visit him. If he's sick, you got to go visit him. And it's a real mitzvah, and it's not a sketch mitzvah, and it's real as it can be. And then he writes over here that what? Ki ati rabdimi amar kol mevaker techoleh. Anybody who visits someone that was sick, korem lo shechyeh. He says that what? You're causing him to live. If you visit a person who's not feeling well, you cause him to live. So now, what's the inyan? There's two pointers. One pointer is one thing is you have to know. If let's say a person is not feeling well, he's in a hospital. Who's taking care of them? The nurses, the people, the doctors. If they see there's a lot of visitors, then they give respect to the person who's sick even more. If they see nobody's visiting them, they just say, okay, nobody. This guy's not an important person. What do we have to take care of them? Nobody takes care of him. Why should we take care of him? You understand what's going on? That's one shot of visiting the sick in a hospital. It doesn't even have to be in a hospital, but it could be even in his own house. If he's not feeling well, go visit him in his own house. Now what's going to happen? His kids and his wife and his kids are going to say, wow, look, everybody cares about my father. Wow, he's a very chashuv. So when they leave, they're going to respect their father even more. Why? I didn't know my father was this chashuv. I didn't know my father was this so important. That's why it's always important to do that. It's always important to do that. I remember one time this past year, we visited one of my father-in-law's cousin wasn't feeling well. I went to, what was it, one of the hospitals, Cornell, and I remember they asked me who you're visiting. And the guard, the security guard, when I said to the secretary who I'm visiting, she says, "Oh, that guy." So she said, "Oh, I have to look which room it is." The security guard says it's room 408. I said, "How'd you know?" He says, "Because I have a lot of people seeing the same person." A lot of people seeing the same person. So he felt good. Come in. Usually security, they're a little bit like they want to see. No, come in. You got to get a badge. No, come. Why? He understood right away. That's what it is. So one of the inyanim of that you have to know of Bikur Cholim is first completely is that you're giving him life, and if not, it's like you're causing him death. So you have to know it's not a joke. You have to know it's a real serious mitzvah. Hopefully right now it doesn't play Baruch Hashem, everybody's happy and healthy. But if, heaven forbid, once down the line you know someone that's not feeling well, there's an obligation on you to go visit the sick. Period. There's an obligation on you to go visit the sick. And sometimes a person might say, oh, but you know what? The last few weeks we weren't on good terms. That doesn't make a difference. He wants to see the person because it gives him, first of all, it gives him life. And second of all, besides that, people will see that they'll take care of him more. They'll take care of him more. I know one of my rabbis, he would go ahead and he would his mother was sick one time, and he would go in the house, he would just put things out. He would do that. Why? Because then the staff takes care of them more. That's the first thing. But the second thing that's very, very important, and that is, he writes, the keshiro'e oto b'matzavo yitmale alav rachamim v'yitpalel alav. He says, what would happen? It says that when you see a person who's not feeling well, you just hear. Hearing and seeing is totally different things. When you see the person is not feeling well, what do? You have mercy on him and you'll stop praying for him. And you stop davening and you're praying and you're davening and praying. And that's why it's, again, one of the other important reasons is you go visit the sick, you see what situation, it'll be mitorer you. Tefillah is very important. A lot of times the Gemara says, this didn't happen, what should you do? Pray. This doesn't happen, what you do? Pray. This doesn't happen, what you do? Pray. Pasuk says, you prayed once, pray twice. You pray twice, pray 4 times. You pray 4 times, you pray 8 times. Don't stop. That's what it says. But obviously they didn't get answered for a reason. They have bitachon in Hashem, and Hashem will open up the gates for you. So first was the fact that you're taking care of them. Second is the fact that you will pray for him when you see him. Now this is the third point, and this is the point that I would like to discuss with you tonight. And this is a very, very hard question. Anybody who answers this question and knows this question, just know you're a very high caliber person. Listen what the question is. I'm serious. This is a very hard question. It's a very, very hard question. This is Shmuel Birnbaum's question. It's not my question. He says like this. We know in the beginning of this week's Parashat it says, Vayera alav Adonai b'lonim amrei v'hu yoshev petach ha'ohel kechom hayom. Who came to visit Abraham? Who came to visit Abraham? Hashem. Vayera alav Amonai. The first pasuk in the Parashat says, Hashem went to see Abraham how he's doing. And he was standing what? Hu yoshev petach ha'ohel kechom hayom. He was by the ohel. Why? Because he wanted to see guests. What happens? That day Hashem understood that what? That he's going to want to see guests, even though he's in the Brit Milah, even though he's this. So what does Hashem do? Hashem says, I'm going to bring the sun so strong that he's not going to have guests. And therefore he brought the sun to make sure that Avraham Avinu calms down and he just relaxes for that to heal. Right after it says, Hashem saw the pain of Avraham Avinu was so great that he couldn't do without hesed. He couldn't do without kindness. So Hashem sends him what? He sends him 3 angels. Now, it says, what was the purpose of these 3 angels? The Rashi says, one was to tell him that Sarai Menu is going to have a child. One was to tell him Sodom was going to be destroyed, basically to pray for them. And the third one was to heal Avraham Avinu. Now here's the question. Hashem, we just said Hashem went to visit him. Why is it a pasuk later saying, oh, you know what Hashem did? Hashem sent an angel to heal Avraham Avinu. What do you mean? The first pasuk in the Torah says Hashem went to visit Avraham Avinu. And then the second pasuk says, what did Hashem do? He sent the angel to heal Abraham. I don't understand. Hashem, you are the healer. Rofeh chol basar umafli laso. You're the healer. You're the rofeh chol basar. You heal the whole body. You're the rofeh. You are the healer. What are you doing but what's going on over here? Why is the angel coming to heal Abraham? If Hashem himself went himself, like I don't get it. You hear what's going on over here? It's a solid question, no? This is what Shmuel Birnbaum was asking. This is what he asks. Solid question. This question is like a blockbuster. Again, I want to just soak it in, saturate the question. The question is a beautiful question. Again, the first pasuk in the Torah speaks about Hashem visits Avraham Avinu. And right after it says Hashem visits Avraham Avinu, right after he says Hashem visits Avraham Avinu, it says that he sent an angel to heal him. Why? You are Hashem, you heal him. What's going on? The answer is like this. The answer is, there's a Gemara that says, "Ve'halachta b'drachav." The Gemara, it says in Masechet Sotah, "La'alech achar midotav shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu." You in life have to walk in the ways of God, which means, "Mahu malbish harumim, avatam malbish harumim." Just like Hashem has mercy, you have mercy. Just like Hashem gives food, you give food. Just like Hashem has this, you do this. Just like Hashem is compassion, you be compassion. All these, just like Hashem is this, so you do this. We have to learn from Hashem's ways. And by the way, Hashem has never stopped the mercy. He never stops having mercy on others. He'll keep on going and going. He'll forgive you, you forgive others. Sometimes a person's holding a grudge, he's not learning from Hashem, because Hashem forgives. Hashem, you do tshuva, you come back, Hashem will forgive you. So over here, what it's trying to say over here is saying that what you have to learn from Hashem's ways. And over here, Hashem is teaching us a mitzvah of Bikur Cholim. What is that? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is teaching us like this. One of the main purposes of Bikur Cholim is, he writes, there wasn't any talk between Abraham Avinu. We don't see Hashem is talking to Abraham. You don't see that. You see that Hashem came to visit Abraham Avinu. Nothing else. He came to visit him. There's no talk. We don't see a dialogue. We don't see back and forth. Hashem is trying to teach a person that we're just coming to give honor to the person who's not feeling well. We're giving something called kavod ha'adam, respect for a human being. And therefore it goes so far to say, Hashem says, yeah, of course I can heal him. But that's not the point. I want to teach Bnei Yisrael from here, from this transaction, that just from this episode that happened, that when a person's visiting, it's not intention. I got to heal the guy. I got to make sure. Those are also very good. But one of the things is you're showing the person kavod. And that being said, it won't matter if the person that's sick is sleeping or he's unconscious. That's not the point. The point is you're giving kavod to the Adam. So you could have a guy, he's unconscious, he's on tubes, he doesn't know what's flying, he doesn't know what's going on, and you go visit him, he writes over here, or Shulchan writes over here, that itself is Bikur Cholim. But he doesn't understand what's the purpose of me going to him. The purpose is you understanding that this is a Tzelem Elokim. This is a creation of God. This is a human being. This is respect for a human being. And therefore Hashem says, I want to teach you that. How are you teaching me that? Because I'm going to Abraham, I'm not going to heal him. Because that's not my point right now. My point is, even if I don't heal him, the fact that I'm showing respect, of showing just coming, that itself shows kavod of the Adam, giving respect to other people. And that's one of the main aspects of Bikur Cholim. You're giving him the respect and dignity and honor of that human being. And it doesn't make a difference if he's unconscious, it doesn't make a difference if he's sleeping, it doesn't make anything. It doesn't make a difference if he doesn't even hear you. The fact is, you're showing kavod to Adam. That's what he writes over here. And it's a big yesod. Shu chashuv. He writes over here, I want to read it to you. Yesod shel bikur cholim liten kavod lacholeh, to give kavod to the sick person. Ad kama she'efshar, as much as you can. Ki ma she'ba'im levakero, the fact that you visit him, mareh shu chashuv, you're showing him that he's important. Afilu imhu yashen, even if he's unconscious. Or enu ma'akara machamat cholyo, or has v'shalom, he's not even there. Ki ikar enu l'rapa'o. You're not going to heal him, or or to give him medication. No, the card is you're showing kavod Adam, and therefore HaKadosh Baruch Hu davka shalach malach lanamdenu mitzvah bikur cholim, to teach us bikur cholim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu lo ba'al kader po ela etzem, he's coming to teach us kavod of Adam, and that's important in life. You have to have respect for human being. It says ezehu mechubad hamechabed et beriot. Who is a respectable person? The one who gives respect. Why is he a respectable person when he gives respect? I'll tell you why. Because the only way you can give respect to others, if you know your value. If you know, I know what Adam is. You know what a human being is? You know what a human being is? You know what a human being is? When it says Bishvili nivra ha'olam, you have to really, really believe that. When it says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu thought of you when he was creating the world in 2023, you have to believe that he created you and he thought of everybody, but he thought of you, kiviyachol, exactly this time, exactly to your parents, exactly to this family, exactly to this community, exactly to this era, exactly this year, exact. And Hashem did that. Well, you have to know you're a respectable person, and when you show your own self-dignity, that means you know how chashuv you are. You'll be able to machshiv other people. You'll be able to give respect to others. So the fact that you're giving respect to others, I know you're a respectable person, you respect yourself because you want to be able to give all that respect. And that's why important is a person just to feel not like a schlump. You can't just go like a schlump. You can't just go with how do you say, not looking dignified. Why? Because you're a dignified person. Because you yourself is hashuv. You yourself is hashuv. You know what I mean? Think about it. Especially also a shomer Torah mitzvot. Especially a person that's shomer Torah mitzvot. You know what kind of dignity you have to show for yourself? For yourself. You know, it's not mitzad the ga'ava that I'm better than everybody else. Mitzad that how important you are. How important you are. A lot of times a person, they're putting themselves down. Look at your accomplishments. Look how far you got in life. That how many people are light years away from you, and look how far you are. A lot of times the Yetzer Hara tries to knock the guy, you're a nobody, you're a loser, you're nothing, you're doing nothing in your life, you're not accomplishing. But if you look where you were and where you are now, you have to feel that accomplishment. You have to feel that self-dignity. You have to feel that self-pride in you. And one of the things is, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is showing us, when He's visiting Abraham Avinu, one thing. He's saying just to visit Abraham, it's Kavod Adam. I'm not going to heal him, because that's not the point. I'm not trying to heal him. I'll send you my angel to heal him. Because I'd rather teach you this lesson than to heal him. I'm going to send you my angel will heal him. But I want to teach you a lesson of just visiting for the sake of showing kavod for humanity. By visiting to show kavod of humanity. Sometimes a person's wife, he'll be married, and his wife says, "Oh, my cousin is," and the husband might say, "Wait, I don't know who your cousin is. Go yourself." No, in a way, and you ever have that? You ever have that or no? Hey, I know who your cousin is. Like, what do you want from me? You know, come to my thing. And by the way, you know, this is so important. You know why? It's so important because imagine for the sick you have to do that. Imagine when the person's not sick. What do I mean? I'll tell you. First of all, how many times a person has a simcha?
Once a year.
Huh? Once a year, yeah. No, you have a simcha. Your cousin simcha. And you might think, who cares if I go, if I don't go? You know, they're looking. And they'll know. They're looking and they'll know. Yesterday, here's my brother. Yesterday, a guy came over to me. Remember last night? Says, how come you weren't at my son's bar mitzvah? He said to me, right? I'm thinking to myself, first of all, it's my wife's, happens to be it's my wife's cousin. So I'm thinking in my mind, my wife's cousin, okay, fine, it's not my own cousin, my wife's cousin, okay, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. My wife's cousin. But he came over to me in a serious manner. He asked me, how come you weren't at my son's bar mitzvah? Like real, not like we missed you. He didn't say we missed you. He didn't say, sometimes we missed you at my party. No. How come you weren't there? I want to know. It was mamish like that. And you look back and you say to yourself, you know what? In a way, there's truth to that, right? There's truth to that. Why is there truth to that? Because people want to feel that you have that respect for the Adam. You're not going mitzad, his kid's bar mitzvah. You think he cares about it right now he cares that you showed him the right respect, that you came and said hello. You think his kid that's a bar mitzvah boy knows who I am? Doesn't know who I am. Doesn't know who but no. But what? His father knows who I am. And mitzad that, you're going to show his father that respect. That's what it is.
You have to sit there, or
No, you could say hello. You could say hello. Be normally, be normal. I was at a wedding one time, and the father that made the wedding told me at the end of the wedding, I know exactly who came and who left fast, and I know exactly who came and stayed. That's what he told me. I'm telling you, it was after the wedding. He came over to me. The father said, I know exactly who came and left. They said, Mabruk, how you doing? And they gave me the check for the wedding and left. And I know the people who stayed. And it was a big thing. I was like, and I'm like, how do you? He said, I remember everyone. I was like, why? What's going on? Because at the end of the day, it's showing, we're not running after kavod. We're not tell you, every time I have a party, who's not at my party? I want to know who's not at my party. Who wasn't there? Get a checklist over here. Wait, I invited him. How come he didn't come? You go through your phone. Wait, who did I invite that didn't come? I invited him. I didn't see that guy. I'm going to give him a call. Where were you? No, we're not doing that. We're not running after the kavod. But we're saying when you have the ability and you have the what's it called? The advantage. In this situation, you have to know you're doing something very big. You're not doing something small. Sometimes the person say, no, but Rabbi, I'm going for the food. Go for the food. But show your face to this Baal Simcha. Go for the food, who cares? But show your face to the Baal Simcha. Why? It's very important. Because then he feels good. He feels good with that. And that's very important. We're talking about Kavod Adam, by the way. It says, the Gemara says, if you know a person that's always saying hello to you, you should say hello to him first. And not only that, if you don't say hello back, the Gemara in Masechet Brachot says, you stole from him. What I steal from him? You stole the pride. If you give me the Gemara, if you give me Barachot, I'll show you exactly where it is. Kadash, it's over here. You want to pass it to me?
Is it only a Jew or?
No. It's a Jew that's constantly saying hello and speaking to you and doing things like that. And he's always saying, if you don't say hello back, let's say you say Shabbat Shalom, how you doing? Again, if you're in the middle of saying Kriyat Shema, it could be a different deen. But let's say, for example, you yourself, he's always saying Shalom, and you don't say Shalom back to him. And what the Gemara says? The Gemara says Ki'ilu Gazelo. It's like what? It's like you stole from the person, right? I want to read it to you. You ready? Listen to this. Please listen to this. V'im natan lo. If he says Shalom, v'lo hechzir lo, you didn't answer him back. Nikra gazlan. You're a gazlan. This is Gemara. The bottom of the bottom of the page, the last line. It says you're a gazlan. You say to yourself, why am I a stealer? If I don't say hello to somebody, I'm a stealer? I'm a stealer? What did I steal? What did I steal? What did I steal from the guy? You know what you stole from the guy? I'm telling you what you stole from the guy. You stole the shalom, the dignity, the kavod of the human being, the humanity. Because our Torah is all about not how much respect that you're going to receive. How much respect are you going to give? That's what it is. How much respect are you going to give? And it's so important how much respect you're going to give, because it shows you that you understand the kavod of the Adam. It shows you that you understand what a human being is. He's not just a human being. No, what do you mean? I see how this guy eats. He has the whole thing is hummus all of his this, that. No, it doesn't make a difference. He's a human being, he's Adam, and even then, you have to know, even when you eat, you're a dignified human being. You can't eat like a slob. He takes the thing, he's dipping the French fries in the ketchup, but he doesn't dip the French fries. He dips his fingers with the French fries in the ketchup with his fingers. Like that. Hello, what are you doing? And he's licking the fingers. You see that guy? He's taking the French fries, he dips it inside the ketchup, and he licks his fingers too. He licks his fingers with the ketchup. Eva, this is not respect for you, for human being. You know who you are. You're Tzelem Elokim. You have godliness in you. No, you have godliness in you. Huh? It's tradition by people. But it's a real thing. It's kavod of the Adam. It's giving kavod to Adam. And in our religion, you have to understand, you have to mamlich your friend. You have to crown your friend with a crown that he's a king. Like he's a king. That's the way you respect the person. I told you, the Gemara says if he says hello to you, you don't say hello, you're a gazlan. And what do you mean what I do? Because you took something away from the guy. What did I take away? You took his dignity away. I'm saying hello. How come I don't say hello back? You know how many times you have that in the street when you say hello to somebody, or Shabbat Shalom, and doesn't say hello. How do you feel after that? Say the truth. How do you feel? How do you feel? You feel like what? I tell you how you feel. You know how you feel? Next time, I'm not going to say Shabbat Shalom to this guy. The guy on your block. The guy on the block. I always say Shabbat Shalom to this guy. Okay, next week, I'm not going to say. That's what you're feeling, right? But what? No, it's wrong. He stole from you. You didn't steal from him. Say Shabbat Shalom again. What are you doing? You're showing the person respect. You're showing the person dignity. You're showing the person kavod. And especially for the Talmidei Chachamim. Especially for the Talmidei Chachamim. Why Talmidei Chachamim? It says, there's a story in Mesech Hagigah, Rabbi and Rabbi Haya. If you show me, I can show you the Gemara over there. The Gemara says over there, Rabbi and Rabbi Haya, they went to a certain town. And in the town, they asked, is there any Talmid Chacham over here? Rabbi asked Rabbi Chia. Rabbi says, Rabbi Chia, go see if there's a Talmid Chacham. Oh, they found the Talmid Chacham, but he lost his sight. He lost his eyesight. Says he lost his eyesight. He says, okay. He tells Rabbi Chia tells Rabbi, you don't go? I'll go. Rabbi says, what do you mean? I'm going to visit the Talmid Chacham, but he can't see you. He can't see you. The Gemara says he cannot see you. You know what he says? Afal pichen. I want to go. I want to see the rabbi, but he can't see you. He went and he visited him, and the rabbi was so happy. And the beracha was, just like you came to see a person who can't see you, but you can see them, you'll be zocheh to see the one who sees and who you can't see. Who is that? Who is that can see and you can't see him? Hashem. What about beracha? He said you should be zocheh after 120 to see the Shekhinah. You saw a person who cannot see, but you can see. you'll be zochet to see the Shekhinah that sees and you can't see. That's what he said. So after Rabbi Chia says, Rabbi, what about Acham? Where'd you learn this from to come to see this kavod, just to see the rabbi kavod? And the Gemara says from another rabbi called Rabbi Yaakov. What happened to Rabbi Yaakov? He says one time he would always visit a certain rabbi. Every day come to the rabbi, say hello to the rabbi. Every day he would say hello to the rabbi. One day the rabbi goes over to him and says, Habibi, you're getting very old. Don't worry, don't come anymore to see me. I'm very happy you don't have to see me. He says, no, Rabbi, the pasuk says, the Gemara says over there, the Gemara says that he'll be zocher for lengthy, long, like basically you'll get life, long life. You'll be able to live. You'll be able to live. But what are you doing? You're going to see a chacham, he can't even see you. The Gemara says he can't see you. He lost his eyesight. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that you're showing the kavod adam. It's so important because sometimes a person, when he doesn't understand how dignified he is, he dresses like who knows what. He talks like who knows what. He acts like who knows what because he doesn't understand his self-worth. I can't do that. When you know who you are, you're not going to do that because you're such at a high level. I can't do that. It's below my dignity. It's below my, I just can't do that. You know, you have the guy, he cut you over and he starts screaming at you, and then he's saying like, oh yeah, I'm like that, and you go back, so you're not that guy. You're so much greater than that guy. Don't put yourself on that level of that guy. Don't put yourself on the level of that guy. He didn't come to your party. Oh, he didn't come to my party. I'm not going to go to his party. What are you, baby? You're such on a higher level. You're galaxies away from this guy who didn't come to your party. So that's what you're worried about? You're putting your head with his head? What are you, 2-year-old, like a 2-year-old? You're putting a 2-year-old with a 2-year-old? So he didn't come to your party. So you have to lower yourself so down, have your self-dignity, and when you know what's right, you're going to go to that party because you're showing your self-worth. This is such an important thing of a kavod adam that it's crucial for every single person in his life because when he knows how important he is, not to have ga'ava, but to know how chashuv you are, and I mean serious, how chashuv you are, you'll do a lot of things different. The way you'll do a lot of things different, you'll talk different, you'll act different, you'll do things differently. You know, one time, I remember, somebody was saying, like, even no matter who you are, it's just, you know, a Jew doesn't do that. You ever hear that expression? We don't do that. We don't do that. Why don't do that? We don't do that. Why don't I do that? Because you don't know who you are. You're this caliber. In the next level. You can't stoop down. You can't stoop down. And this is what Hashem's teaching us. Hashem is teaching us, look, even by showing kavod to Abraham, I don't want to heal him. Why do you want to heal him? I want to show you just to give kavod. Just to give him honor, I'm going to him. Just to give him honor. And then you have Rabbi said, I'm just going to give him honor. That's what it is. That's what it is. He's just giving to give honor. That's what it is. That's what it is. You have to know that. You have to say shalom. If you don't say shalom to somebody, you're a gazlan. What am I steal from the guy? You stole the dignity of the human being. You stole his dignity. Rabotai, how important it is. And I'll show you another place. Look at Miriam. Miriam, they wait for her for 7 days. For 7 days. You know why? Because she waited for Moshe. What does that mean she waited for Moshe? Yocheved saved her son Moshe. Yocheved took Moshe and put him in the Nile. Miriam waits and to see. Really, she was waiting to see her nevuah. But in essence, she couldn't do anything. But she was waiting to see Moshe. But she's very far. She can't save him. She can't do anything. But the fact that she waited, she showed kavod to a child. She was zocher that they will wait for her. They'll show her the respect for her. You heard that? You heard that? Look, he writes it over here. He says, look, what happens? He writes that she waited, Miriam waited for Moshe. Bishvil kevoda himtina la. Rashi writes, העם לא נשא זה הכבוד חלק לו מקום בשביל שעה אחת שנקבע למשה שנאמר ותצא. Because of that, מידה כנגד מידה. What do you, she can't do anything. because זה למדנו את החשיבות של כבוד האדם. You see how important is kavod adam. Even if they don't know that you're respecting them. Like this little child, Moshe was a little child. He didn't know they were respecting him. Yesh inyan lechabdo chashivo. You have an inyan like that. They say when Shifra and Puah, which was Yocheved and Miriam, they were saving the children. They were saying, Shifra and Puah, they were taking care of the kids. Just taking care of the kids is kavod ha'adam. You have to understand what it is, kavod ha'adam. It's so important. And I want to just finish with this point of kavod ha'adam, and that is, Rav Chaim Kanievsky, I saw in a sefer that is a very big kavod. He wouldn't eat when he was with his wife eating. He wouldn't eat until his wife sat down and ate with him. What do you say? What do you mean? My food's going to get cold. My food's going to get cold. I should wait for my wife. I'm starving. I'm going to wait for my wife. I'm starving. Come on. She understands. And you're freshing, hot. She comes down, you're already done. I'm at dessert. Honey, you're late. I'm sorry. I couldn't wait for you. I'm sorry. Next time, don't do that. You blame me up. You blame me up. Like she's saying, I cooked this whole dish for you, and you didn't wait for me. Rav Chaim Kanievsky didn't eat before. He's eating with his wife. He's eating with his wife. You know what it is to serve a husband? You know what it is? Think about it. She has to cook the food. She has to heat up the food. It's very hard. Well, what a lady, you know what it is? And after she heats it twice because you said you're coming home in a half hour, instead you came over an hour, and therefore she heats it for a half hour, you came an hour, so she heated it again for you. You don't realize that. I realize that. You don't realize that, huh? I realize that, right? She heated up 3 times for you, and by the time you're there, finally you come and eat there, and you don't even wait for her. And she really, by the way, she didn't eat the whole day because she was waiting for you to eat with you, and you finished your plate before she even sat down. Ay. Mazbud or mazbud? It's true, no? I see there's it's true. What happens? Your wife cooked for you. She was waiting for you. All day she's thinking of you. What does my husband like to eat for dinner? What does he like? Oh, he likes this with this dish. I'll put on the side of this dish, that dish, that. Made a whole concoction for you. Everything. She's thinking about a protein, make this. And she's thinking about a vegetable, what you'd like. And she's thinking about a sauce, maybe you could put like this sauce and I'll mix it with this. And the whole day, and she went to this store and that store and 15 stores and eating it up for you. And now you come home, at least have the respect. Even though she's not on the table, wait for her to come sit on the table with you. She's going to eat with you soon. Shwaya. But my food is going to get cold. Who cares your food? Yeah, you worried about your food more than your wife. No, Rabbi, you don't know my stomach. My stomach comes before anything. No! You care about your food before your own wife. What about your mother? Let's say you're by your mother's house. You're by your mother's house. Your mother's eating, she serves you a plate because she's such a nice mother. She goes inside the kitchen, she serves you a plate. She's eating with you dinner. What do? You start eating without her. Because no, I got to eat it hot, How's the soup going to be like this in the cold? So instead of you thinking about your mother, what she did for you, you're already thinking about your tummy. How's it going to taste? For the 1 second of the hot that comes in your stomach, it's more important than your own mother. Is that true? Chas v'shalom. So this is what we're learning here tonight. It's kavod of the human being. It's such an important concept. Back in the day, Slabodka days and the Kelm days, they practice it. The biggest rabbis, they would go in to see how their hat was before they left the house. How's the hat? Is it like this? Is it like that? Is it off? Is it like that? How's my tie? Is it straight? Is it not straight? 15, who cares? Rabbi, just say the speech. No. It's not about the speech only. It's also about the kavod of the human being. How are you doing it? How are you acting? How are you doing? And when you show kavod, especially to your wife, you'll get beracha v'ashirut. You'll get wealth, because the Gemara says, it says last week, about what? About lech lecha. It speaks about over there how Avraham Avinu knew that he was going to be Ashir, and he wanted to give the credit to Sarah Imenu. And it says, my wealth is from you, from this, from that. That's how the Gedolim did it. They respected their wife. I remember, I'll never forget, they're the wealthiest. I'll tell you the name after I'm done with the story. I'm done with the douche over here. But one of the wealthiest people in our community. I'm talking about one of the wealthiest family in the community. I saw him Here's what he did. He's married, many kids, saying like he's older, he's maybe in his 60s. I saw him at an engagement party. This is what he did. He opened the door for his wife. Opened the car door. They're going in the car. He opens the door for his wife. Trust me, you ask a guy who's married 40 years, do you open up the door for your wife? That's how you know. That's how you know. Maybe when you first, you're excited, you dated the first time, excited, After that, you tell you straight up, no. I saw this guy, he is the wealthiest guy in the community, and then I realized, no wonder why he got wealthy, because he respected his wife. Now I know why. Yeah, for sure. Because the Gemara speaks about it. Respecting your wife. The Gemara speaks about respecting your wife. But I'm telling you, I'm not telling, my derush today is not about respecting your wife. My derush is respecting every human being because they're a human being. Yeah, for sure your wife. I'm speaking about, but there's different calibers of kavod. For a Tamei Hacham, there's a different caliber. You're not going to speak to Rav Chaim Kanievsky like you speak to your friend. You're just not going to do it. Why? Because his kavod of Adam is a whole different kavod. You're not going to see Rabbi Yosef and speak to him the same way you speak to your friend. It's not going to happen because it's a different caliber of kavod. And the same thing goes for your father and your mother. You're not going to speak to them the way you speak to your friend. It's a different level of kavod. It's a different level of kavod. You stand up for your father. You stand up for your mother. That's it. Fully. Let's go. Yeah, but doesn't make a difference. And every human being. So therefore, Rabotai, this is the great lesson that we're learning tonight. This lesson, take it home. This lesson, remember it. This lesson, soak it in, because it's so important. When you see people, give them the right respect, because they're Tzelem Elokim. They have godliness in them. Hashem blew into you in neshama. You have godliness into you. There's 3 shutafuts in a person: your mother, your father, and Hashem. Hashem gave you the neshama. Every Jew that you see a neshama. You see neshama. And therefore, Rabotai, remember this lesson. Abraham Avinu, Hashem went to visit him, not to heal him. The Malach was going to heal him. But what was Hashem trying to show? Kavod. I'm showing you honor. I'm showing you so my people, later on, every single generation knows, learn from me the way I act. Give kavod, but you don't understand. Give kavod. Just go there, see them. Whether it be in a simcha, whether it be, and let's say if you can't make it, for whatever reason, you can give a call and say, by the way, I wanted to go so badly, I couldn't make it because A, B, and C. I wish I was there. The person feels it. He feels it. It's kavod adam. You have to respect everybody. And when somebody says Shabbat Shalom, when somebody says hello to you, you answer back. If not, like the Gemara says, the Vav would bet on the bottom of the page, you're a gazlan. You stole from, what did you steal? You stole his dignity. You stole his respect. You stole his kavod. That's what you stole from him. And when you see a chacham, you go and you say hello to the chacham. Big to me, go to him, say hello, give him the right kavod. And Bezrat Hashem, when we zocher to this, you'll understand what it is of kavod adam. You'll understand your self-worth. You'll understand your self-dignity. That you yourself know that you can't do certain things, not because you can't do certain things, because A, B, and C, because it's beneath you. It's not of you.